what, it's white people in a pool. So I am not untofu colored.
Oh dear.
Then I'm gonna try some bitchin sauce.
Oh,
So we'll
Oh,
see how that goes.
bitchin' sauce.
Just,
does Julian sound like he's talking through a fan to anybody else?
He's talking through his ear pods.
So it's only me that he sounds funny to?
Sounds a little electronical. Like something might be
testing,
wrong. Oh, that sounds better.
Testing,
Keep talking.
testing.
testing.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just the acoustics of like the area change.
Look, sometimes if they're pushed too far to my ear, like my ear partially covers one of the
Oh, actually, I'm starting to hear some
little
static.
speaker.
Just like when you speak, it's like staticky. Oh, is the PC right there? What was
No,
that?
that's a little
Oh, it's like an
little
air
air
vent.
fiber that I have next to Missy's shit container. Is my
Mmm.
is my ear
Smart.
thing? I know, right? Wait, can you hear all right, or do I need to switch to a different thing?
I wish I could say it got better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
very staticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to sound like Ethan, like with your mouth up to the mic. Just like,
But
just
Like
like,
just like deep throat the mic. That's what
yeah,
you
like.
want, Ethan? Just like inside your
but
mouth.
Like,
I'm not deep
That.
throating the mic. I'm right here. It's like a foot away.
that's crazy. I think,
That's how I know men don't understand measurements. You just went like this and you were like, it's like a foot
It's a
away.
foot.
And
It's
I'm
a
like,
foot away.
sir, that is 6 inches at best.
A foot away. That's how
Do
you know
not.
women know measurements way too well.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a foot
Anyway,
away. Nah, absolutely. This is not a foot. This is not a foot for anybody. I have big hands, and that's not a foot.
I got big hands.
I do.
Hello,
Spider
Brad.
fingers.
Hello.
Hi.
You know, I don't think y'all get to experience. Oh, we can't hear you, dear.
I'm not plugged in.
Testing.
Oh, there it
There
goes.
we
Oh,
go.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
okay. It's been a while since I've pulled this out. That's what she said.
Uh,
That's what she said.
yep. Okay. So, do you all want to hear a story?
Go for it.
I like
Uh,
stories.
so, to be fair, Q already heard part of this story. Q's already heard part of this story, but last week, um, the last Wednesday of the month, I go to this wine bar with my friends, called Attic Door, and I know the guy that plays music there. So it's a two for one deal. Like we're friends with the guy who plays there on Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month. It's ladies' night. They've got pretty good beer usually. I know the bartender. Like it's cool, right? But this musician, um, is somebody that I like asked out twice last summer, and he just didn't even say no thank you, just like didn't answer my question. And I was like, okay, well, weird. That's a choice. This is a choice that you've made. um so but because I'm me, I still go and listen to him play, because if one of us is uncomfortable, it's him. um so it's not me. So we were chatting. He like spent both of his breaks sitting at our table and like talking to me. And then like my friends are older. It's the end of the night. And like somebody they know comes over and they're talking about a fucking yachts. And I got up to talk to the musician while he was packing up because they were talking about yachts. I was like, I'm not living that yacht lifestyle. This is not relevant to my interests. Um,
Goddamn rich people.
I know. So I'm talking to him, and one of my friends is like leaving, and she's like, "Oh, I wanted to say bye." And I noticed that her like little denim skirt that she had on had like a hole in it, like a rip, like it was supposed to. And I was like, "Oh, look at your cute little hole." And she's like, "It's not the first time I've been told that." And I was like, "I bet not." um, and then somehow like the idea she called it like a pride stride instead of a slut like a walk of shame. She said something about a like a pride stride. And I was like, um like I've never called it that before. Um I've always called it a slut strut personally. Um but then this musician is like, yeah, I could use a walk of shame right about now. I'm over here living in like celibate city. And I'm like, and I'm 3 beers in. I'm 3 beers in, and the field where I grow my fucks is fallow. Um,
So you said that sounds like your own fault, buddy.
so what I said was, I asked you out twice last summer, right?
Hmm.
And he was like, well, yeah, but like, I was like, uh-huh. He's like, well, yeah, but I was thought that maybe you wanted like more than I was like, and I was like, you, like you wanted like more than I've got time for, and I'm like, I know this motherfucker did not just tell me that he thought that I would be offended at the idea of like casually fucking, right? Like me. This
Look
is
at
the
me. I
thing
have
that you
slut
want
written
to
all
talk,
over me.
right? Right? And I was like, well, you know what? I'm grown. You could have just asked me. And he's like, well, yeah, I guess. And again, because I'm me, I'm walking home later. I'm not talking to my friends, because I parked at their house. I'm talking to them, and I'm like, I'm gonna text him. And they're like, wait, what? My friend Tessa's like, some guys like the chase or whatever. And I'm like, no, no, yeah, no, but I'm not like that. So I'm gonna text him. Um, and I'm like, so what should I text him? They're like, I don't know. And finally, what I texted was, I'm flabbergasted at the idea that you thought I wouldn't be open to hooking up. And he was like, flabbergasted.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Yeah, kind of. That was the. He's like, well, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cause problems. Like, this is a thing we can figure out. And I'm like, uh-huh, absolutely flabbergasted that to have been so fundamentally misunderstood.
Hmm.
So fundamentally misunderstood. And I'm like, also, I definitely sent you a picture in which you can see my nipples through my shirt, which I'm pretty sure does not read prudish. And he's like, Really? Really? You did? I must have missed that. I'm like, sir,
How?
sir, I understand now why you don't get laid. Um,
This guy's got no riz.
none,
I
none.
want to shoot myself for saying that, but he ain't got no riz.
You got
Yeah,
no
he
riz,
was like,
bro. He's worse than me.
Ain't got no
yeah,
riz.
he was like, I must have missed it. And I was like, yeah, you definitely missed out because I have excellent breasts. So, and he was like, I really did. And I was like, yeah, tragic. Sorry.
After that story, I think I know who's playing top. If that ever were to go down.
Well, yeah. It's like we were texting a little bit, and finally I was just like, you know, I understand that I'm like an acquired taste. Like I don't think that everybody is attracted to me. Like I mean, I think that's dumb, but I acknowledge that it's true. Two things can be true at once. So I was like, listen, if just to be excruciatingly clear, if you're not attracted to me and don't want to fuck, you can just say so, and we can drop this conversation exactly as it is, and we'll never have this conversation again. You know what this motherfucker did?
Mm.
Nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing.
He didn't. He didn't answer back.
To be
Nope.
fair, to be fair, what I think is gonna happen in this situation is you've dommed him so much, he's intimidated.
Yeah, I think he sounds intimidated
Like
to your story.
even if you said, "Do you want to come here and fuck me?" and he says yes, and he comes up and he shows up and clothes come off, he's soft. Like
That's what I'm saying. I think I knew he was playing. I think I knew he was playing top.
I don't. I think. Poor guy. Ugh.
Poor guy. Sir, poor guy, poor idiot. I'm saying, you cannot both be like, wow, I don't get laid, want want, and then be faced with like
No, like,
free pussy
when I
and be like, scary.
if I
Can't.
meet somebody who is like that,
Don't you
unfortunately,
know you're intimidating to date, Jen?
whatever
I do.
like the scenario is, if somebody is like unfortunately dumb in whatever aspect of socialization we're talking about, it's just unfortunate. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wow. Wow. I was like, I can't give it away this week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had someone do that, but if someone did, I would be like, "Is this? Am I being punked? Like, I thought Ashton Kutcher was dead. Like, what's happening?"
So I've had to come to the realization that I am, which I always thought was an insult. I'm not like a lot of other women in that situation. Because the number of times I'm like, hey, do you want to fuck? Is
You got a
that's
stick, I can do
basically
tricks.
that's basically my go-to line. That's basically it.
That's like simultaneously like most heterosexual males' fantasy, and also if it ever happened, they would not. They would just short circuit.
It's that one.
They'd just be like,
Short
they'd have a stroke, and then
they think they
Yeah.
want it, but then when it happens, they're
they think they
terrified.
want it. But when it actually goes down,
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair though,
Nope.
I'm imagining it has worked for Jen a few times.
Well, yeah.
Not everybody's scared of
I
it.
mean, I wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't effective sometimes.
that's true. That's true.
Works really great on queer dudes and non-binary people.
Sure.
They understand the mission. Yeah. So, yes, this is the story about how Jen hasn't had sex in almost 3 weeks, and I've just been hitting up people in my phone. I haven't been able to give it away. Yeah. And I'm crippled by the fact that, like, there's like an 80% chance if I just fuck a stranger, it's not going to be good.
Hmm.
So, like, but with this musician guy now, it's sort of just like I want to sleep with him just to prove that I can.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's about the principle of it now.
Yeah, it's the principle of it.
He's a challenge now.
Yeah. Mhm.
New challenger has appeared.
Yeah.
He's not a
Musician
prize to be
guy.
won. He's a man to be conquered.
Yeah. Adam, my friend Adam, when I was telling him the story, he was like, "Yeah, you should sleep with him, rock his world. When he finishes, flex, get up and leave."
You
I'm
wouldn't
like,
know what hit him.
oh, that just makes me sound like some sort of weird, like, cryptid. But yeah, I'm here for it. um, yeah. So that's what my life is like.
Well, I'm waiting for the update to where you do the things he suggested.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
make him
yeah.
come and
I'll
flex.
let you, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know because this fucker, he's like, oh, can't respond to a very simple question, but will look at all my Instagram stories.
You should call him out on it and be like, so you can answer the
Bitch, I
question?
see you online on Instagram.
What I've thought I might do the next time I'm someplace he plays is I'll just walk up to his tip jar with a $20 bill, put it in, and look him square in the face, and be like, "You should answer your text messages," and walk away. Adam suggested I do that and then just look at him and say "coward" and walk away. But I don't know if one ever recovers from being emasculated that completely.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
My testosterone is dropping just thinking about it.
would
Well,
like
I'm
to
not-
hope I would like to hope that if somebody that you found like attractive was like, "Hey, we could fuck," you'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
it's just something trap.
How is it a trap?
I don't know.
What
I don't
It's like I
know.
got teeth in my pussy.
I don't know. My heterosexual male brain is not equipped to know how to handle such a situation.
You just say yes and thank you.
Just that simple.
I
Wow.
don't think he has his brain stretched for there's a whole different goal yet.
You know,
Well,
any hole is a goal. That's what they say.
I'm not yet free of conscience enough to disclose my ethically dubious decisions as of late. So
I don't
Oh.
understand that. I'm just teasing you.
Mhm.
Ice cream
You know.
sandwich.
ice cream sandwich. That's what.
Yeah, that is a morally neutral decision. Ice cream sandwiches.
I love ice cream sandwiches.
I like the Neapolitan ones. Even though they kind of all just taste like cardboard.
Mm.
Okay.
It tastes like childhood, the cardboard ones.
Well, yeah. Actually, I think most of the things that they fed children in the 90s, you're not that old, but most of the things that they fed me when I was growing up were actually cardboard.
Like purple ketchup.
Yeah, like purple ketchup. Yep.
And those little nerd boxes, you just would tear the top with their mouth and just keep cardboard just down it.
There used to be
Yeah.
this French toast cereal. It was
Yeah,
fucking
there
delicious.
still is French toast cereal.
You mean Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Not cinnamon
Yeah.
toast crunch.
No, there's
it
one
was
that
like-
looked like actual toasts.
Yeah, they're little tiny toasts, and they had like the consistency of like styrofoam, but they were delicious. So it
Delicious
was like
styrofoam.
delicious sugar covered styrofoam.
That's how I feel about corn pops. They're kind of like yummy packing peanuts. But the cinnamon toast crunch cereal makes churro cereal. It's like a seasonal thing, and it is
Churro
amazing.
cereal. Is it also cinnamon?
Yes, it's so good. I can't buy it because I'll just eat the whole thing. But I got super high and specifically bought cereal to eat it for dinner while I was really high. And I sat there and ate 4 bowls of that.
4 bowls.
4 bowls. Holy shit.
Mhm. Yeah, my date was horrified and impressed at the same time. He's like, "Is that your 4th bowl of cereal?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Goblin noises." Yes. Okay. So now that we've listened to why Jen can't get laid this week.
The Jennifer Tales of Debauchery.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tales.
I think what we should do is properly market our pre D&D conversations as a podcast.
I was thinking that once I get
Monetize
Fridays
it.
off, after everyone gets off of work, we just have like an hour off and hang out.
We'll have a
bring up
Jen's
topic.
dating game section of it.
How Jen's lack of impulse control and general disregard for the niceties of social interactions makes it difficult for her to have sex sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, recap is easy because we never left the fucking boat.
That's true.
True.
We did get attacked though by pirates,
Yep.
by devil pirates,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a mark on them, and now it's our mark. So
Mm-hmm.
now we're pirates.
That's true. Pirate arc starts today.
Pirate
Yeah.
arcs today.
Yep,
Yeah.
screw the rest of the campaign while we're here. Let's be pirates.
Let's be pirates. Have there ever been another ship just like passing by in the river Styx?
In Dis there were a lot of other ships. You haven't seen any in Minaros yet.
Yet.
But it's also a nasty fucking swamp. So
Fair.
yeah, most of the trade appears to be sort of scavenger related. Like from what you can tell between Tyax and Kotom, it's scavenger related. People go out and scavenge things and trade them. Um, um, oh my gosh, I just completely fucking brain farted. Mammon is the arch devil of this layer of hell. Mammon is super greedy. So he tends to covet and keep whatever commerce comes through.
Okay. Okay. We also figured out a few interesting things, like an elder brain that shows experiences for GP. Though I think we already did that in Dis. An Aaron Yes, who has in the ineffable trove
Mhm.
named Telekarna.
Mhm.
Actually, she's the one who had the pirates that
Mhm.
were trying to steal stuff, and now we have her mark. And then there's an Empyrean here somewhere.
Mhm.
All
I don't
right.
remember where. So like a holy titan that has fallen. And after that, we got into the fight with the pirates. Took their kind of eliminated them. Not before one of them exploded, though.
Mhm.
This is all combat log.
So did anybody take healing? Has anybody healed since that fight?
I don't think any of us took damage in that fight. If I'm
Oh
honest.
no, we all took damage because that
I didn't take
explosion.
damage.
That explosion.
You didn't
have
take any damage because you have evasion.
You have a
Yeah.
Yeah, we all took damage. But I don't think any of us is healed.
We have not
Unless
healed.
we're
I
doing
know.
a short rest. The day still hasn't right.
No, it's like lunchtime, like just early afternoon.
Yeah, and yeah, we haven't healed then.
We have
taken a
Okay.
short rest.
I'm just checking because there's a mechanic that we have to do.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Fuck. That doesn't sound good.
Mhm.
I think it's hell bullshit. Sounds like
Mhm.
hell bullshit's gonna happen.
Yep.
Hell bullshit while we're in hell? Unheard of.
What?
Oh no.
That's crazy, man.
I would never think
What?
something hell-wise would happen now.
I know, so strange.
So
Very
strange.
weird. Yeah.
It can't be that bad. We're pirates now.
Oh,
I mean,
True.
is this the same mechanic that like suddenly the ship blew up that one time, or
Oh no,
the
that mechanic is always has been happening. That's the reason why you got the riddle master with the dragon. That's the reason why you got pirates with a bunch of gold on them.
all right?
Yeah. Um. So, what would you like to do?
We were going to the jangling hitter.
Hitter.
Yes.
We're headed there. Trying to combine Captain Redjack and Sharp Eye's voice. It's a little weird.
Okay.
We were looking for a Ninky in a market among the chain devils.
Yes. Okay. So, you. There's so many fucking random tables in this bitch. There's. Is this the. Jesus Christ. There's the one I need. Okay. So you continue down the river Styx. And as you round the bend, you see again the thick, greasy swamp that has overtaken the river Styx in this layer of hell. And it stretches green and putrid and stinking for as far as you can see. But it's broken up in places by jagged, broken bits of volcanic rock. And in fact, most of the towers that you can see, sort of, whether it's the jangling hitter, which is suspended above the ground by chains, or the larger towers that you can see dotting the landscape, they all appear to be made of this same jagged and porous volcanic rock. And as you travel into the afternoon and early evening, you see you can see geysers sort of up through the mud and spewing liquid of some kind into the air. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Would anyone else be against just resting on the ship until we get to it? Until something else tries to fuck us over?
No objections, yeah.
No. How about? Does anybody else want to stop the ineffable trove, or is it just me?
What business do you have at the Trove?
I just want to see what's there. I'm a little curious.
Well,
what do you remember about the Trove? If there was
I
something
remember
there
that.
was think.
for some reason, Tyax was like, absolutely not, don't fucking go there,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, that's why I'm
refused to
curious.
tell us why.
That's why we should go there. We're pirates now too, so
We're pirates now.
we go where we're not supposed to go.
That is a very good point.
Like,
There are
we-
no.
There are two ways to think about this in a decision-making fashion, considering factors. Number one is our goals and objectives, which is, on this level, as we've stated, to procure items and useful materials and currency to prepare for the levels below. There are no items per se, nor is there money-making opportunity that we know of in the Ineffable Trove, so any benefits we get there would be unexpected or indirect. However, I am curious about why the Empyrean is there and who he is. And we don't know what kind of benefits we may reap from a dumping ground of emotions and souls. Nor do I know what the cost is, though, when we're here to make money rather than spend it.
Good points. Let's see if there's a business opportunity over there, though.
All right. So, as you all likely remember, or maybe you don't, because I think this has been a while since this has happened, distances are deceiving in hell. Something that could take a mere hours, one trip may take days, the next trip things change and warp. even maps seem to change and warp as you look upon them. So as it winds down, you have this discussion about like, well, maybe we can look in the ineffable trove, or maybe we should play it safe and then just go directly to the jangling hitter to see if we can find what we need and get the fuck out of this stinking place. Um, it winds down past dinner time, and dinner time on Kotam's barge is a pretty lackluster affair. Um, it's it's boat food. Like, so you've got preserved meats, there's ale, there's grog, uh, hardtack. There is a barrel of a fruit that you cannot readily identify. Um, it is red and egg shaped, about this big or so, uh, and almost like a dragon fruit, but rather than just having like the green petals that come off of the dragon fruit, it has um, almost ferns that have come off of this red piece of fruit. And they start out red, where they come from the body of the fruit, and then end into orange and yellow fronds. Um, and only Tyax seems to be eating these particular fruit. Um, and oh, this is really funny because the only person who has high enough. Oh, maybe. Uh, Clyde, what is your passive perception?
Clyde?
It is a 21.
Okay. I know that Raheem's is the highest. Aquinsu's is pretty high too, yeah?
20.
Okay. Both Clyde and Aquinsu, you don't quite like. There's something fucking weird about this fruit. Like, no, you've never seen it, but before, and you're like, maybe. As Tyax bites into it, and like the thick, almost like the inside of a piece of aloe, sort of gums out and gets in Tyax's beard. You can you think maybe you see something move. Um, Raheem, you would have high enough passive perception to figure it out, but you are blind and cannot actually see.
That's
Just what the little demon creatures are telling him then.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Charlie's like, I can't believe he's eating those. Wow, that's really fucking gross. I didn't know anybody actually ate those.
Just like let the man eat his whatever he fruit or something like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like spiders lay their eggs in those things.
What is the chances that there's a spider in the one he particularly ate? Super low, probably.
I mean, just okay. Um, and yeah, you can bed down for the evening unless there's anything else you'd like to do. Okay.
It's time for
Okay. So,
Brandon McGee.
great. So you have your long rest, and you are rocked into an uneasy slumber on the river Styx. This portion of the river is even more stagnant somehow than the other parts of this stinking piece of water that you've been on. So rather than the sort of rolling slap of waves against the side of the barge that you've heard in Dis and Avernus, there's almost no motion except for forward motion. You might think sometimes that the ship doesn't feel like it's moving at all, but it is. If you peek out any of the portholes or you look over the side of the deck, you can see the scenery pass by, but the roll of water underneath you feels thicker, and you sleep hot and sweaty. Any of you that bed down in one of the hammocks or unroll one of your bedrolls to sleep in find yourself stuck to the fabric, almost cocooned in your blankets with sweat. And some of you, as you're laying there, plastered with your own sweat and dampness, the wet blankets around you remind you of flesh beneath your claws, the way it clings and tears and rips. And it feels good. The memory satisfies this deep animal urge inside you that you keep buttoned up so tightly. And Clyde, when you wake the next morning, you see that you have ripped, slashed, giant, gaping holes in the blanket. You all wake up, and you all have the poison condition.
Oh,
We all have the poison condition.
What
Yep,
now?
unless you, yep.
I'm
What?
immune to poison.
Okay, well there you go.
What does the poison condition feel like? Is it like a cold? Do we sort of like wake up feeling yucky? Like how would we?
Yeah, so if you are, so technically it works as the poisoned condition. If you are immune to disease, you are immune to this. So if you're immune to disease, you are immune to this, not if you're immune to poison. But the poison, so you wake up and you all feel clammy. Um, and I would say, Schlepp, you're well versed enough in medicine to know that in less sophisticated times, doctors attributed to illness to miasma in the air and ill humors. But you can't think of anything that is more accurate to the feeling you've got now. It's almost like the toxicity of this place has seeped inside of you, and you feel like you need the longest, hottest shower of your life. It's like the air is sticking to you.
Gotcha. I too am immune to disease. Um,
Yeah. If
but
you're immune to
like,
disease, it does not affect you.
but like, do people just look clammy or something?
Yeah, everybody's got like thick beads of sweat on them.
Mm.
And like I don't know if this happens other places, but have you ever been in like a house made of cinder block and the the walls start to get condensation on them and it's almost like the walls are sweating?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
okay.
They almost have a layer of condensation from the swamp around them condensed on their skin.
Less than ideal. That is why I've caught in a cold from this place.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels quite like that, or like really bad allergies maybe. Like you're just like very congested and like chilly. Um, any old injuries that may have healed funny kind of hurt. It just you don't feel good.
Okay. um, So I don't need to sleep. So these guys are like are resting. Were we long resting or short resting? What was happening?
Long
You're
resting.
long resting.
Okay.
Long
Yeah,
While
so you all have gotten a long rest.
so while y'all are like sleeping over the many hours, I'm like scanning, looking around, and I notice. I'm like, oh, Master Rahim's not looking so good.
I'm also immune to disease. So
Oh, you are. Oh, you're a paladin. That's right.
yeah, I'm pretty chill.
Equensu looks fragile. I'm worried about Equensu.
I'm so
Um,
fragile. I'm a pretty princess.
I'll let you sleep, but while you're sleeping, I pull out my alchemist kit and I'm starting to like compound some stuff, making like what looks like maybe ointments.
You can make Vicks.
Yeah, I get like essence of mint. I've got some. Yeah, I got some aloe vera for like the viscosity. You know, I'm making something.
Gonna make him put a potato in his sock the next time he goes to sleep.
Prefer yams.
And like the moment your eyes crack open, Iquensu, he's just like standing over you, and he goes, "Hold still. I must apply medication to you."
You have to what?
It's like,
Do not resist.
he's really strong too. So, he's gonna use what's called, where is it? Restorative Reagents as a special ability, where he can cast Lesser Restoration with no spell slots.
Okay.
So he takes out this concoction he made. It's like this Vapo Rub, and he pulls your like tunic shirt down and starts like rubbing it all over you. He puts it on your face, like metal finger up your nose.
Very, very,
Goes up your nose.
A very intrusive treatment.
Your methods are very interesting, but I think I have seen the elders do something similar.
Yes. So you do this.
He
and
sprinkles you with
get-
talcum powder.
So basically, you just flocked him. You've put this like Vicks rub on him, and then talcum powder, and he is.
Well, like the Vicks is like to help with the respiratory system, but then like the rest of him, I'm like powdering to keep him like from getting too sweaty.
Yeah. So as the talcum powder settles on your skin, it almost gums up in the sweat. And you notice, especially if, like, say, you were to wipe your forehead on a handkerchief, or give yourself a quick rub down, like, keep as clean as you can. That as you wipe this off, any of you, the sweat off, it has a greenish hue. And so you do this Lesser Restoration, and as the effects of Lesser Restoration with this Vicks, and you realize, make me a. Yeah, okay. So the condition eases for Quinsu, but make me a religion check.
Religion.
Yeah, schlep.
Oh, sorry, I already rolled. It's shitty. Anyway.
We rolled the same.
Yeah, you rolled the same. Perfect. So, Schlep, as you're doing this, you see that, like, the poison condition, this sort of weird upper respiratory infection, as far as you can tell, eases.
It's fucking COVID.
Yeah, he's got COVID. That was the finger up the nose. You were giving him a COVID test. That part has eased, but you feel that there is something infernal that has sort of settled inside him that hasn't been touched as you have cured this like disease part.
Like whatever I've it's like I gave him some ibuprofen, but the root problem is still there.
Yeah, exactly. You have alleviated the symptoms. Yes. but there is something that is not touchable by medicinal means. That is the root of this problem.
Asclepius, you were prepared as soon as I woke up. What was it that happened? What did you witness?
Yes, there seems to be an epidemic amongst the, at least some of the mortals on this ship. I assume that Master Rahim is not afflicted by it by the nature of his magic. The anthropomorph is not human, so I don't know how he works. But you are human, and you have fallen ill. And also, looks at Sharp Eye. Does this bug look sick?
He's got the green sweat.
Yeah.
And, which is a little weird considering bugs don't have sweat glands.
I really appreciate the encyclopedic knowledge I have on insects as I walk over and I like grab your antennae and like look.
Like in chiropractor shit.
Yeah, you give him an adjustment.
Yeah, like I get the little hammer out and I tap the antennae to see if it like responds.
You give him a reflex test.
I forget what like the academic term entomology. I appreciate the entomology knowledge that was uploaded as I go up to Sharp Eye and I start applying, like I take my finger in the crevices of like your exoskeleton and I like massage it in.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's like when somebody, if you've ever been tickled by somebody who's not actually tickling you to have fun, and they get their fingers under your ribs.
I know that you breathe through like your feet, so I'll massage the goo into your feet, the vapor rub.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, you do realize you're like, oh yeah, bugs don't have sweat glands. You realize this is just an accumulation of the humidity of the atmosphere. Like, these people are coated in miasma of infernal swamp.
Oh no, the air is spicy.
The air is spicy.
The air is gooey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just like massage the vapor rub into your hands and feet, and then that activates lesser restoration on you.
And you get sort of like a little buggy manicure. Do you do all 4 sets of his hands too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you want your nails shorter? So you go to the nail salon. Do you want me to cut your nails shorter? What shape do you want?
Knowing Clyde, being the butler that he is, he's doing his absolute best at his own bed, knowing there's torn sheets. Like he's still trying to fix them up as best he can, still trying to look presentable. It's fairly clean, strips of water. What's it called?
Sweat.
Not sweat. God, dogs don't sweat. Wow, I can't think of the word. It starts with
Condensation.
condensation. Yes, for some reason condition was the only one that's coming out of my head.
Yeah, it's conditioner. You were really trying to keep your fur looking fresh. Your hair mask just melted in the heat.
Kubla Khan?
Yeah.
While we're still on the boat, I want to do a thing as well. I guess I could have done this while y'all were sleeping, actually.
You have a lot of free time in the middle of the night. You could do a lot.
Yeah, I've got like while y'all are sleeping, I'm brewing potions, making like vapor rub. I'm over here doing some enchanting. I'm gonna infuse a few trinkets with spells. So, again, not so well. I guess people with like high passive perceptions might notice, but I'm gonna like just take some trinkets off people. Iquensu, what is an item of yours that would be non-magical in nature that would just be like inconspicuous or like something you wouldn't even bother to like use on a daily basis?
An item on my person that would be inconspicuous.
Like if you have like a crowbar or like a hammer.
Sure. There's likely, well, I have a vial of holy water. There's likely a pen or two, ink pen in a pocket. Inconspicuous enough. I think that things like a necklace would be a little bit more difficult to take off without me waking up.
Ah, I see. Okay. I'm going to infuse into the holy water. I think I can do that. A first level casting of Healing Word.
Ooh, neat.
And then Sharp Eye, what is something that you have that I could take?
I mean, he's got a whole belt full of bullets, shotgun shells.
Take a bullet.
cartridges,
Belt buckle.
Take
a
a
belt
bullet.
The
buckle,
belt buckle!
big shiny, like Texas-sized belt buckle.
Yeah.
What's on the belt buckle?
The belt buckle is a it is a rhinoceros rhino, a rhinoceros beetle
Mhm.
that's like horse-shaped, vaguely horse-shaped, with a person riding it and gun in the air, and it kind of looks like just a silhouette in front of a sun on a cliffside, and then it's just big circular like that.
Yeah.
So
I
we
put
were just say I imagine Sharp Eye looking like a Jerusalem beetle, and instead of having a Jerusalem beetle sign.
Do you
Do you
sleep?
know what that is?
No.
I don't sleep. He's like making ammunition. What you want?
Oh, you don't sleep? Yeah, he'll just go up and ask you and be like, what is something that I may enchant for you?
He takes off his hat,
Oh,
hands it to you.
good choice. He takes the hat and sits on the floor and does a little enchantment ritual, and he puts a second level Healing Word into it.
When you look back at Sharp Eye, he suddenly has another hat on his head.
Oh.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You're like, wait, what? And you're looking, and they are not quite identical, but it's close.
No, it's completely different.
Oh, it's completely different. Great.
It is Sharp Eye handed you is like a brown leather, like long brimmed, square topped hat. He's now wearing like the Doug Dimmadome hat.
Oh, no.
It's a completely different hat.
Okay, here we go. So that's 2 items. I can do a few more. Who else has got shit that they want to enchant? You there. Clyde,
Goes with the Doug Dimmadome.
Yes. How can I help you?
what may I imbue with a helpful healing spell for you?
You have this clock or this you could use.
That I could do. I will put a second level Healing Word into that.
Ooh.
Does this cost spells?
No.
Do?
You watch as he's casting this enchantment, the magic is flowing from the runes in his arms into the item. And you can kind of visibly see his own runes getting darker and darker as he continues to pour magic into these items. These work functionally as spell scrolls. They will not use your own source of magic to fuel, as I've already pre-fueled them. You simply have to channel the magic from the item into yourself and cast the spell as you would with a scroll.
You said second level healing word?
Yes. This leaves me with only 5 spell slots left in the tank. probably should have done this before my long rest.
Probably.
Well, I guess I
Somebody
haven't
roll me a
rested
D100.
yet.
Somebody roll me a D100.
I mean, I'm gonna go missile.
Oh,
I guess I
already
would have.
rolled.
I guess I would have done this in the 4 hours while they're sleeping, and then the second half of their 8-hour rest, I would have rested because I only need 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Someone else roll a D100.
Nope,
No,
you already
that was-
rolled one.
No, that was to figure out what hat I got.
Ah, okay.
All right, I'll roll one.
Yeah, roll it.
79.
Okay. As you continue down the river Styx, you pass close to those geysers of mud, and not so close that the ship gets spattered with it, but close enough that you can see steam coming out of these geysers. Make me a nature roll.
Oh, I'm actually pretty good at nature.
Just for shits and
Not that good. Jesus, you two
Yeah.
outperformed me?
Yeah. So you're like, huh? And then you all sort of notice the same thing. You're like, I bet it's real hot in there. And Raheem, as you're sort of feeling the heat from that general direction, and you hear the fart noise as the geyser goes up. Your house guests are like, oh, I think I saw somebody fall in one of those ones and they came out just skeletonized. Just like all the skin boiled off of them.
Like,
Were they still
dead
alive?
skeleton alive?
Well, they weren't a skeleton when they were there.
Like, but they were still alive when they came out.
No,
Okay.
they got farted out as a skeleton.
Okay,
Oh.
that makes more sense.
You see, they were a skeleton and they were dead.
Mhm. Yep.
I thought this was some sort of magical fart chimney that takes your flesh and removes it from your bone, but keeps your bones animate.
It is now. It is now.
Skeletonification.
Yeah.
what if it's just really fucking hot water?
Well, yeah, you're pretty sure it's just really fucking hot water. But it's really fucking hot water from the river Styx, so you're pretty sure you don't want to get it on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely don't touch it.
Yeah.
Fuck, is all the water in this swampy area from the river Styx?
Uh-huh.
I do not like this place. We need to leave.
Probably
Except-
shouldn't.
Except for this water, and I summon a cup, and I have my decanter of endless water, and I just pour a glass of water. And I extend my hand to you.
Great.
How do bugs drink water? Do they just?
Oh, you bugs drink.
You
water.
suck it through your hands.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I conjure a straw.
You watch him, you hand it to him, and you watch him sort of like, he doesn't have lips to suck with. But if you watch those sort of macro videos of tiny bugs, they like somehow form the water into a little ball and almost eat it.
Like a bug's life or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Bugs Life.
You watch Sharp Eye do this with the water, and then you're like, I feel like I wasn't supposed to see this. Like, it just seems like I intruded on a really intimate moment for Sharp Eye.
I learn something new every day.
So, quick amendment to my spell storing items. I read a small description that's important. The spells I put in have to be spells that take an action. Healing Word is a bonus action. So, go ahead and switch them to Cure Wounds.
At the same level spell?
Yeah, the only thing that's changing is it's swapping over from Healing Word to Cure Wounds because Cure Wounds is an action.
Got it. Interesting.
Boat.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Sorry.
Oh,
I realized I didn't put the zombie chain devil in Raheem's inventory.
all right. Yeah, I do have a devil.
You have a zombie chain devil? What?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that did happen last session.
There we
Zombie
go.
chain.
Brought a guy back to life. By the way, we
Oh.
have like
Reminds me.
what time? What time did we fight? By the way,
Like
yesterday.
nope. Like lunchtime.
Okay. And what time is it right now?
Like 9 a.m. just after
All right.
breakfast.
We got like 3 hours before technically I don't control it anymore.
What happens when the time runs out?
I mean, it just does its own thing. I can't tell it what to do anymore.
What do you mean it does its own thing? Like it will attack us?
I don't know. It's up to it. It just does its own thing. I mean, I could recast the spell and take control again, or I just let it run through and just see what happens.
You know, Raheem, that is about as vague as I come to expect from you.
For once, I'm actually being pretty honest. Yeah, it just says, animate dead. The creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying any command you've given it. Maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours. You have to cast the spell again before the current 24-hour period ends. So, I don't really feel like wasting another third level spell slots.
Well, why don't we just throw it overboard?
We can
Yeah,
put it
definitely.
into the skeletonification.
We could test the
Chimney.
skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just. It's up to us. I don't know. It might be chill after the 24 hours. It might attack us. Who knows? It's that part I don't know.
Have you casted this spell before?
No, I have not.
Okay, all right.
Master Rahim
Trial and
is
error.
fairly new to necromancy.
That is an accurate statement.
Among other things.
Don't know what that means.
Everybody on the boat just like, huh?
Raheem, have you ever explained what kind of paladin you are to us yet?
No, I have not. That'd be obvious by now, honestly.
Wait, you are.
I want to hear it out of your mouth, actually.
I'm good.
All right, fine.
So, okay. You want to ask this chain devil questions. He is looking very the worst for wear. I assume you left him on deck overnight. And so he's just sort of like standing. Would you have told him to do anything besides just like stand on deck?
Keep a lookout.
Okay. So he's standing in. He has managed to like shimmy up into the crow's nest to keep a lookout. I imagine that they took this very literally. And he doesn't have a telescope, but he's holding his hands up to his eye like he has one. And he is rotting faster than most zombies you've seen, just because of the toxicity in the air. So there are like globlets of putrefying chain devil flesh sort of in a circle all around the main mast. And you would be worried under normal circumstances that it would reek. But this whole place smells so horrid that you can't really differentiate this decaying matter from the other decaying matter.
Oh no, we're nose blind.
Yeah, you've gone completely nose blind to
Oh, no.
to stink.
Oh, no.
And so his flesh is dropping off. You can see his bones peeking out. His chains are still all wrapped around him, and he's keeping a lookout.
Note to self: skeletons next time. Just another skeleton.
You know, Raheem, he's gonna like try to get down, and I bet you he's gonna break his neck.
Can we break his anyway? I have confidence in his capability.
He's a zombie.
I have faith that he's capable of climbing down without breaking his neck. Surely.
Okay. Do you ask him to come down?
Yeah, I'll say I'll bet I'll bet 100 gold that he can come down without any issue.
He's gonna make an acrobatics check.
I
I'll
make
take that bet.
I
He
make
is.
I make confident zombies.
Yeah. Roll an acrobatics check for this zombie.
What are zombies?
Like a
Uh,
-4.
oh, I didn't give stats to him. I'll put stats in there in a minute. But I'm pretty sure it's -2.
Oh.
Well, I'm getting the 100 golds out ready. Yeah.
Let me look. I'm pretty sure that it is -2. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh shit.
here we go. 18 minus 2, 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, it's a little rough when he sort of like tries to get out of the crow's nest because he tries coming down head first. And so
I'm like already taking out the 100 gold pieces to get ready.
he scrapes his stomach on the crow's nest basket, and a couple of plops of intestines sort of come loose to like hang among his chains. But he figures out his mistake and sort of turns himself in the rigging so that then his feet are coming down first. And he makes it down to the end. It's not a graceful landing because he kind of slips a little bit in his own sloughed off flesh, almost banana peel style. But he catches himself, and it sounds like somebody shaking a chandelier.
Well, I'll be damned. Plops 100 gold into your hand.
Oh shit.
I am not cleaning that.
I don't think anyone's cleaning that.
All right. Tell us all you know about the inevitable trove.
An ineffable trove? Yeah.
Ineffable trove. Yes, I pronounce.
Okay.
It's ineffable.
So you are expecting this zombie to sound like a zombie. You've never really heard a zombie talk before, actually. Usually they can't speak. And you ask it this, and a really like melodious voice comes out. Mammon takes the most glee when mortals believe, at the outset, they trade something worthless for a great treasure, only to discover they have given away a thing they can never replace. Often, the prices of these deals are nothing physical. Perhaps you would rather be without that crushing sense of guilt that attended any unworthy act. The duty that restricts you, that humility which prevents you seizing your destiny. Mammon's favorite bargains are those where the truly valuable thing is what the mortal will pay to have cut away. While one might think these nebulous qualities would just blow away in the howling gales of Menaros, that is not how the nine hells work. Everything received under infernal contract must have a presence within the nine planes. Once Mammon and his underlings take these qualities, they assume a tenuous reality. Those mortals who go on with their lives shorn of guilt, shame, or restraint, may think that they're purchasing freedom. But Mammon knows they will do far more evil and imperil far more souls than if they were still inhibited by those inner gatekeepers judging their action. The fragments of personality that Mammon clips are of no particular interest to him after he has them. But concentrations of such stuff can have unfortunate effects even on the dissidents of hell. It can be tiresome to have the severed guilt of 1,000 humans bleeding into your treasury and making the imps weepy. Instead, it gets dumped out into the limitless swamps of Minaros. One tangle of glades in particular has been a receptacle for these intangible qualities since time immemorial. This is the ineffable trove, and it has become a troubled and uncanny place even for the nine hells. And of course, troubled and uncanny places are the most fun.
Does anybody get Warslaw vibes from this?
That was oddly articulate for a creature such as this.
I know, right? Honestly.
I suddenly object of us going into the ineffable trove.
Yeah, I don't want like that run into the guilt of like 1,000 humans doesn't sound like a fun thing to do.
You probably would not just be the guilt, it would have taken some monstrous form that we have to fight to the death.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it had me in the first half when it was like, get rid of something you feel, but then it takes a form. That's where my interest dropped off.
Also,
No.
Mammon.
Go ahead, please.
Mammon takes emotions. The most precious one to you.
No, it sounds like he will take whatever
You offer.
discarded emotions or feelings or memories you do not want, and he will take them from you. So if you feel some embarrassment about something or some guilt about something else, shame perhaps, he can clip it from you and you will be free of it to like go out in the world and just be without that shame. But seemingly the consequences of that are worse down the line. It's like the first domino in a series.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fun thought experiment, though. Rahim, hypothetically, if they had to cut something from you, what would they cut?
That is a good question, Konsu. I'm so glad you asked. So very, very glad you.
I'm glad I could ask too.
There'd be some regret that I wish I could forget, I guess. Some choices that I've made. I'd probably wouldn't mind getting rid of that load, but it's not really worth it from what our new zombie friend here is telling us. That's what I would get rid of.
Clyde, how about you? You are new here.
Well, you'll probably possibly take regret, knowing me. It's more possibly the reason why I'm down here. But at the same reason, it's the reason why I am down here. I'd rather keep this motivation.
In my experience, the feeling of regret is something that reminds you not to do something again.
Or to make sure it doesn't happen again.
And so perhaps the curse of Mammon is that he takes away your regret and then you go and do all kinds of bad things. This makes sense. Well, do we want to go into the Warslaw of forgotten emotion, or do we continue on to the jangling hitter?
What's odd is that they would charge us money to experience the abundance of negative qualities clipped from people. Is that correct in my assumption?
I mean, there was that one place in Dis where we had like the Elder Brain that you talked to extensively, and where you gained a bit of humanity, I think.
At least I came to understand it and experience it. Um, I'm
But
just
I don't.
curious as to like what it manifests as there, because they're saying, oh, you take it and you just dump it off, and it's like, well, are these like ghosts? Are they? Is it a material like a fluid? Is it manifested into a creature? What is it?
You say, is it a fluid? And the chain devil zombie jingles. He's like, yes, it is a fluid. It accumulates, among other things, in dreaming pools.
Dreaming pools. Hmm.
Still as a mirror.
And the Elder Brain would charge us to experience things from these pools?
The elder brain. Corteso. He will pay money for any experiences you bring him.
Oh.
Or you may pay money to have these experiences grafted into you.
And when he takes from us, does it remove it from us?
That depends on if it is yours or his.
And what of the Empyrean?
Chain Devil's faces are really hard to read, but he cocks his head. I do not know of an Empyrean.
Oh.
The leaders in the ineffable trove. There are 2 dragons.
Oh.
There's Telecarna. And there's the Grinkin Eye, though I have never met him.
Oh, there's more to this place than we thought.
The dragons, some say, are lovers. Though I have never known a dragon to take a lover. Amongst their own kind, at least.
Hmm. And why would somebody go to the Ineffable Trove?
There are many wondrous things to see. Perhaps you seek benevolence or charity. Perhaps you are looking for love, humanity, humility. Perhaps you are looking for hate. All of these things can be found there. But they are scavengers. Pelicarna, she collects treasures from across the swamp, sending out her merry band of killers, of which I was of late.
So there is someone there that has treasures.
Indeed.
And we are pirates, he said, and conjures a pirate hat on his head.
The dragons. The dragons have many magical items.
Do the dragons trade?
One may. One is more irritable in nature. Glask is a vain creature.
And if she likes you and finds you charming, she may trade with you from her trove of magical goodies.
Rahim is quite charming.
Yes, I volunteer, Rahim.
Nope, I'm good.
Yes.
Ilfric,
Are we sacrificing Raheem to a dragon?
What? No. Why?
No,
would
of
you-
course
no.
not. We are having Rahim seduce a dragon so that we can trade with them.
Why don't you do it, Quincy? I mean, you're more, holier
I-
than thou, and I'm pretty sure Dragon would do a lot more.
No. I do not fit in here. I stick out like a sore thumb with my angelic background and such like that. But you fit in quite well.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't know what you mean by that. I really don't.
Seems like you've been here your whole life.
Nope, no, I don't.
Ah.
No, I definitely stick out. Definitely, shouldn't
Master
be
Rahim,
here.
I think you have the resilience and the resolve to not be tempted by the dream pools, and perhaps there is some treasure to be had here.
You might be right. Though, dragons make me worry. So,
Because they're dragons.
you said undead devil person. You said Clask may find us charming. What was the other one's name?
Ilfric,
Ilfric.
And they're chromatic?
Clask comes from the river itself. She is a natural-born dragon of hell.
She's
Ah,
a Styx dragon.
4x8.
Seen them before.
Yeah, plywood. Ilfric is black. Yes.
I was like, did I hear someone snicker at that?
I mean, is black. That's funny. I'm sorry.
Brad's smile is slowly growing on his face.
I'm sorry. It just sounds funny.
I am in favor of visiting the ineffable trove. There are many curiosities that I'd like to see.
I'm also in favor.
Oh, now we're
I-
gonna go see.
I object. Still. But I will follow. Just
Ilfric
in case.
likes tales and songs and news from the outside.
If only we had a bard.
Oh
A
shit!
bard would be very useful.
Dang it! Why did
Farming
Rose have to
Ilfric.
die?
Equincy, where do you stand on the matter?
Well, we have not died yet. So, if we are just going to go do some sightseeing as pirates, that is okay. I think that we can still get out of a pinch if we find ourselves in one. Probably.
I rest my hypothetical hat, a hat of which I do not own yet, on the fact that if we go to Jangling Hitter, we will be in, well, it is a city. We'll be vastly outnumbered, and they have much more ways of organized violence there. The Ineffable Trove sounds a bit more manageable.
I feel like swamps filled with creatures that can try to kill you at any time, any moment.
Yeah, I
There are
suppose
also
it's.
giant bugs.
Wait, like me, giant bugs, or like
Giant ass spiders, more like.
You are a medium-sized bug.
Indeed.
All in favor? We're coming up close, it looks like.
I have also seen frogs of tremendous size.
Oh. Is it like a demonic version of the frog Hemoth from the material plane?
I believe so.
oh no,
That is exciting.
now we gotta fight it.
I'm like a Pokédex of material plane creatures.
I have also seen flying, blood-sucking insects.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
Mosquitoes.
thank you. No, thank you.
Doesn't seem fun.
Perhaps there is a repellent of such things.
You're being very optimistic, Slims.
I've heard that citrus sometimes, or citronella, can have that effect.
Prestidigitation.
Garrett inside Raheem. Garrett, as he's saying, like, I've seen giant blood-sucking insects. Garrett is like, who are you calling a mosquito? And you realize that you have the little guys living inside you are not unlike giant devil mosquitoes.
Oh no.
So, and that was Garrett that talked. So Sharp Eye, you kind of heard that.
Oh, what if the things inside of Raheem are like larvae, and eventually they're gonna like alien their way out, like.
Chest burster style?
Yeah.
I am waiting like the other shoe to drop on Raheem with the
The chances of that are clearly slim.
Or maybe he ends up like a Resident Evil 5 like zombie.
Let's not give Jen any
A
idea.
little like mouth thing.
Yeah.
Let's just take it slow.
All right. We shall weigh anchor soon, it appears.
Okay.
This ought to be exciting.
Okay, let me find. Do I have a random encounters table for this place?
Bugs.
Bugs. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
We're gonna fight bugs, but it's not the kind of bugs you're thinking of. It's gonna be a giant rabbit.
yes, Looney Tunes style.
Is that a fucking eyeball?
That Bugs Bunny?
Is that a bunch of fucking eyeballs?
Oh, but I can't see. Stupid. Oh, there it goes.
Hold on. Let me get back to the. I scrolled away from the.
There's more eyeballs right here.
Why are there eyes everywhere?
Oh, you
A
know.
lot of eyeballs.
More eyes down here.
So
Explain to me why hell needs eyes in the landscape.
Sharp Eye is Sharp Eye your given name or chosen name?
I think he has been over.
Oh, that's right. You are Kane, are you not?
Yeah. Sharp Eye's the one I prefer.
We've been here
Wait,
before.
is it one hyphenated word or is it like sharp?
Sharp?
I like sharp is his first name. I is last. How does it work?
I like the hyphen.
All right.
It just
Master Raheem, why don't you tell them your last name?
My last name? What?
Your full
Alright,
name,
What
of
is your
course.
last name?
I don't have one.
I don't believe that.
Just Raheem. Just Raheem.
He's so silly. He loves his secrets.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And a roll insight.
Right.
His first name is Master.
Nope.
Just Raheem. Oh wait, the first name is Master.
Nope.
Well, the church refers to him as Sir. I refer to him as Master.
Oh, Master. I understand.
Nope.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Are you lying?
No,
Yeah, no, he's telling the truth. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
last name.
No.
Curious.
Oh, dude.
Very curious. I have a last name.
This is like I don't know. Congratulations, you have a last name.
I mean,
It's curious. Never heard of someone who does not have a last name.
I don't have a last name.
I don't have
Thank
a last
you.
name.
Thank you.
I have a last name.
None of you all have a last name?
You are the only person here with a last name, weirdo.
Kotam is like, I have a last
No one asked you.
Koham, be quiet, Kotam.
Ikwensu, where are you even from?
This is not my time for backstory.
That was the first
Let's
Here,
just say
here,
that
No, but are you from like Faerun or like Eberron?
Yes, I'm technically from Faerun. Primarily
Equensu
airplane, born and
Faerun.
raised.
That could be your last name.
Hmm?
Equensu Faerun.
Imagine your last name was Earth.
Wait,
I'll
so
be-
you give last
dope.
names by what plane you come from?
By
Is
what
that how it
material?
I
works?
would just. That's just out of curiosity. Normally, your last name is based off of the blood of your family.
Your
Like, where you descended from.
profession, where you're from.
Where you're from. Be where you're from, or you descended from.
Have you ever heard of Geralt of Rivia?
I think he did have a last name, just that his parents abandoned him as an orphanage. So.
If we went by the naming conventions you just laid down, like all our last names are from the plane we come from,
Either
I
from
would
the plane you
be.
come from, or off the family tree you were birthed from. Like I'm believing Schlepp's name could be Schlepp Rahim. That'd be interesting.
What? I mean, by your logic, my name should be Raheem Faerun.
That'd be interesting. Yes.
My name would be Sharp Eye Space Textralia.
I mean, it is better than nothing. I would much prefer call you. What was it again?
You can call me Sharp Eye. My other name I'd prefer remains dead.
Very well, Mr. Sharpeye.
the chain devil takes in a long hissing breath and lets out a sound that sounds like he's trying to hawk a loogie through a kazoo, and he says, "That is what I am called in my mother tongue."
Respectable.
How do you spell that?
He goes,
Oh.
H.
Raheem, how long until we find out whether this devil will turn on us or not?
What time is it?
I take out my pocket watch and say the time.
I mean, you can feel how long you have left on the spell. I think that makes sense for spellcasters. And it's probably like 45 minutes.
We got about like 45 minutes before he, either A, attacks us, B, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Go either way. First time doing this.
How about you just give him the command to like walk in that direction?
All right. Yeah, you're free to go. You can go anywhere you want. You can walk in that direction. You can walk up the boat.
Okay. The zombie is very confused because it no longer has free will. So you're like, anywhere you want. And the zombie's like, what?
Yeah,
And then you're like, walk that way off the boat. And he goes, okay.
May I exercise a thought?
Okay.
The zombie
Instead of-
turns around and is walking in that direction.
Instead of
pause,
sending him to a
pause, zombie.
specific direction, can we just send him forward where we're going as a scout?
That'll only work for the next 45 minutes. I imagine travel takes longer than that.
And, well, regardless, this is uncharted territory. He either might end up dead or slip on a trap.
Sure, worth a try. You
He's
mind being?
frozen there.
Yeah. All right. Hey, new plan. Would you mind being a scout for us as we traverse this area?
Let's shop a how
Right.
ethic.
150 feet.
Yeah, from there, I mean, he's out of range. He's out of range.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a moral compass with offering up a formerly alive devil as bait.
We're in hell. There is no moral compass here.
Try not to
Processing.
think about that.
Processing. And just walking.
The only moral compass is see if you could hold one of these. And I put a hell coin on, or a soul coin on Ekwensu's shoulder. When I figured out I could do that, it's just real fun.
Indeed.
Walk.
All right. Well, where are we going first? Which strange orange tentacle thing feels like it is speaking to you?
I was thinking, oh, it's different now.
Oh, I can put you back on the map. I was just, this is where you get off the boat.
Okay.
All right.
So, here, we'll go back to the map. And in this instance, Tyax does begrudgingly hand you a map. And he marks a few places on it.
Never mind. I was wondering where you were. One, two, three, four.
The X's, he says, I'd steer clear of the X's if I were you. Unless you've got a hankering to have real odd dreams.
That's 5.
This isn't the next.
There's an X. So don't. You know, I thought you were like doing an X marks the spot thing. So like, don't go towards the X. Unless we want weird dreams.
The X's are the X's are the dreaming pools that I've found. That's why I'm not getting off the boat. But and he sort of just makes some scrawling in there, and he's like, I've marked as best as I can remember where the dragons live. There's some weird cliffs over there. I'd avoid the big eyeball.
Avoid big eyeball.
What's in the big eyeball?
I'm avoiding that big eyeball as a player.
We might as well just turn around and go back.
Yeah, fuck that eyeball.
Well, were you not listening when I told you all about the Grinkin eye? That's the Grinkin eye.
Oh, it's a literal eye.
Well, I mean, he's not always a literal eye, but sometimes he is.
All the more confusing.
Right, that's why I'm not getting off the boat. And
May
if
I
you saw
remind
him,
you-
if you see him, you didn't see me.
May I remind you that I'm the one who objected of us coming here? No comment? I'll take it as a yes. I will remain silent for the rest of the voyage.
Kayaks is like, I've been complaining about this place since y'all got here, so
And it seems that
nobody
our
listens
voices
to me
are
either.
unheard compared to these guys. I should
Well,
go
to
make sure that they don't perish.
perhaps there's something weird that happens when folks almost die together, I think.
It's called trauma bonding.
Right, yeah.
But so you said the 12 was the dragons.
I did not say.
Didn't she say we're
Are
she
you
marked
you
the
pointed
rest
you
of
the cliffs are the dragons up here?
Where are we at on this? Oh, we're the Doom Bike.
right here.
You're the
Where's
Doom bike.
We're the Doom Bike.
He points this direction. Dragons, and you look in the direction that he's pointing, and it's between the 11 and the 12, and you can see in the distance a circling black figure in the sky.
Oh God.
Oh, he is out hunting.
Shall we?
Indeed.
Let's go.
All right.
We'll remain off the side between the party. I vote the ones who wanted us to come here. We'll take a point.
Yeah. So you can arrange yourselves however you like. The chain zombie is out in front, just hobbling around.
Appreciate it.
I'm flying about 5 feet off of the ground, so it doesn't touch the ground.
Splish,
Okay.
splash, splish, splash.
Can I
Yeah,
pull out?
you splishy splashy.
Can I pull out the doom bike?
I believe you. I mean,
Sure.
oh, this would be metagame. Like I'd say.
You pull out the doom bike,
And then I just get on it and
and it sinks. It sinks up past its ankles in the muck. Its axles in the muck.
oh. And you know, I thought a magical motorcycle made in hell would be able to travel through all the things in hell. Maybe not. I turn it back into a coin.
That is a strange sense of engineering knowledge you have.
Yeah. Empress is like, I do not believe he understands how hell works.
He understands how Avernus works, and I think you can draw conclusions as to the rest of hell, but that would be what would you call that in the literary sense?
Assuming.
Conjecture.
Hypothetical.
No,
Stupid.
Idiotic.
a fallacy perhaps? I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
A false dichotomy.
Aha. Is it the zombie talking to me?
That's the cat. Empress.
It's Empress. I like to think it's the zombie.
Yeah, the zombie's up there, and the zombie just keeps saying different words that will work, and they're even more and more elaborate words every time, and y'all are just ignoring him.
I just love the idea that we have an articulate zombie. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. Empress is definitely just bitchy. So,
Yeah.
let's roll me, Raheem, for your chain zombie. Roll me a d20.
I'm gonna ask Iquinsu. Iquinsu, what do you think would happen
Ooh.
if we made a
Nothing
transaction with an elder brain and asked to remove many parts of ourselves? At what point would we cease to be ourselves and become something else entirely?
So like a ship of Theseus situation, but with the mind as opposed to a physical constitution. Something funny back there, Clyde?
No, this is over the table. There's a sip of Theseus. There's an inside joke that every time I hear that makes me laugh. No.
What the?
Well, now you have to share your joke with the group.
Yeah, it's not an inside joke anymore. You have to tell.
Have you ever heard the podcast Distractable?
Yes.
Mark, one of the guys, he makes a joke a lot about the ship of Theseus. Where there's a whole episode called "The Bob and the Bees," and it was an episode about Bob being basically from the child all the way up to high school, and the other two were competing each other to try to give him advice for every age he has grown. And Mark gave a story called "Ship of Theseus," where if you could continue tearing off a boat, piece by piece, is it still the same boat? That's basically how it is. I went on through several different episodes about that. It's not that funny, but they get to know him really quick, which is why I find it hilarious. Because he keeps bringing it up.
Ship of Theseus.
All right. Thank you for that sidebar.
Okay.
But yeah, I recommend the podcast. It's hilarious. Episodes every Monday and Friday.
Nice.
So with a 20, the chain zombie does not fall into one of the skeletonizing geysers, unfortunately. And he moves forward, and he suddenly stops. He says, "There are 4 very large buzzards."
Great. I see.
You are welcome, I believe, Master Raheem.
Nope, just Raheem. Anyways, obviously this movie is by far the most competent. I'm questioning if he's more than me. Mixed feelings of now potentially letting it just die.
Shall I approach the buzzards?
No, we'll handle it.
Yes, let him approach the buzzards.
I feel bad. It's an intelligent zombie. I mean, when we? I mean, it speaks better than half of us.
When is the?
I had a very good diction tutor.
May I just point out that they updated Beyond D&D Beyond, and now it's a little bit more difficult to find where everything is.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did something stupid.
They actually added fuck ton more races too and species. Oh, that's right. They released D&D 1. That's why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe
Makes
I'll
sense.
get around to reading that at some point. Maybe.
I'm not remember read shit.
Where is it?
Gonna read shit. What the hell is that thing? How about you go approach that thing? It's smaller
Shout-
than the other ones.
Well, what is it?
He looks. He still does not have a telescope.
What is
What
this
if I gave
building?
him a telescope? Would that
Believe it
be
is a
helpful?
woman.
A woman?
Hold on.
Certainly female.
Context. Is she being attacked? Is she ordering? Context.
He takes 3 steps forward.
Wait, is she attractive?
Yes.
This is important because we were told that there was going to be a woman here that was the one that gives the contracts to the pirates and that she was attractive. So I thought it was important context.
He steps forward more and he goes, "Ah, I thought so."
Did we just accidentally run into a Telecarna?
Oh wait, yeah, didn't she?
Yes,
Weren't we
indeed.
warned that? Oh crap! Yeah.
Oh.
That was fast.
I literally just we literally were just told a while ago, or last session, that she hangs around 4 buzzards. Well,
Shall we greet her?
I push
Oh,
Raheem
you're-
forward.
might as well, I guess. I guess I'm going first. All right.
I'll cast guidance on you.
Okay, sure. I will stumble my way.
Yeah, he'll just send the blind man to stumble his way through a swamp.
Yep. Thank you, my good zombie. Chain zombie. I will approach.
She's he scrolled to the correct place.
Quentin, you don't want to move positions?
Well, I was feeling safe next to this giant cat, but I suppose I could be here.
Oh, yeah. You should be able to move Empress. Where do you want Empress to go?
Oh, that's fine. Actually, that's perfect.
I will have her be right here.
As she slinks through the swamp, she does that thing. Anytime one of her paws gets in the water, she pulls it up and shakes it a little bit. Like she's like, ugh. You see, as you're trudging through the murky swamp, the air is somehow even worse off the boat. You thought you were nose blind, and you've been you've been making company with, you know, a fetid, decomposing zombie chain devil. But as you trudge deeper into the ineffable trove, the air is thick with decay and rot, and you see a winged figure perched atop a gnarled tree stump ahead. Arrayed behind her on the ruins of a tower that's half collapsed into the swamp are 4 giant buzzards. The creature's skin is deep and is a deep obsidian, though she's mostly covered with armor. Her hair is a fiery red that matches her eyes. She has a thick, elegant belt with platinum clasps. She is sitting there, and across her lap is a gleaming long sword, and one taloned hand she seems to be rubbing a whetstone down it. And you see shoved into the ground behind her a tall stave.
Not to interrupt, but if we would like to speak in her natural language as for your comfortability, I could be their translator.
If you're talking about Inferno, I speak Inferno as well.
Very well. Just trying to see if I could be of assistance.
Master Rahim
give
blends
a-
in quite well here.
No, I
give a
don't.
bow. I give a respectful bow and then step back, just in case they need me.
Well, I mean, don't like go too far back. I mean,
Guys, we're just back there.
I have been spelling Telecorner wrong this entire time. Also, it's
Not very intuitive.
Telecorner.
Can we get a zoom in on this bitch?
Gypsy, please. On that zoom. Oh,
Yep.
not what I was expecting.
She looks like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah. Yeah. A sexy Power Rangers villain. She is sitting there sharpening her long sword. The stave is behind her. And you come forward. She says, "You know, most of us do speak common here."
Better be safe than sorry.
Hmm.
I do so try to hold the utmost respect.
I think you may be in the wrong plane of existence.
Well, I didn't come here of my own volition. My lady.
Unfortunate. This is the best place in the hells. And she raises her hands wide, her wings spread out behind her to indicate the swamp.
Oh God, I hope that's sarcasm.
yeah, I'm sure it's a lovely place.
It is. Where else in the hells can you see so much life?
Sharp Eye coughs uncontrollably.
Yep, I definitely see it.
Delacana, we have killed your pirate crew and we are your new pirate crew.
I thought we were having Rahim. Oh.
No, this works. Yeah, all right.
This is
I guess
Rahim, our captain.
No, wait, hold on, wait. Who
He is the
decided
captain
that?
of your pirate crew.
I second that motion.
Actually, Commodore
No.
Commodore Rahim, I believe.
Nope. Why are you giving titles again?
If we're being very technical, one is only a commodore if you have more than one ship.
We have.
You have more than one ship?
No, we don't.
No.
No, we, he's Captain Rahim, but still, this man is our captain.
So, you have killed my marauders,
I mean,
stolen
Yeah.
their letter of marque,
that's a truth.
traipsed into my swamp
Stuff
in
like
order
that.
to... Yes, I did see you stumble several times.
Thank you.
In order to do what? Upset this delicate ecosystem around you?
No, to pledge our allegiance to you as your new pirate crew. Under Rahim.
I'm loving everything about this. Yeah.
I'm just
Second.
fervently shaking my hand at.
She's very confused. Make a deception check?
Didn't realize I gave guidance to the wrong person.
Is it Quincy making the deception check?
Yeah, he's the one out here being like, yeah, we've decided that we came here to pledge our allegiance to you.
Oh
was-
no!
That was definitely a nat 20, and then it just rolled very slightly to a 2.
Okay.
So I already know where this is going. I'm just getting things moving along.
That seems unlikely, as none of you have infernal natures.
Well, we definitely did do the stuff you said about killing the pirates, taking over. I guess we are pirates now, and we do have a letter to essentially from you saying that we can act in ways as a pirate.
Yes. Are you intending to do so? Because, forgive me, I used to be something of an adventurer myself before the call of the wild drew me in. You all look like adventurers, and not the kind that seem like you would like to join my infernal crew of eco warriors.
Are you eco-terrorists? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Interesting.
Infernal druids.
Yeah, she has this. You notice the staff, the stave behind her shoved into the ground, and there is a thick and almost toothy vine wrapped around it. And at the top, there's bloomed a giant stinking flower.
Yeah. Well, I thought someone mentioned you may have like a lot of treasure, and I know we like stole some gold off your guys, but can we buy some of that?
Again, I believe Master Rahim is the captain and should be the one speaking.
Nope, I don't. I am a very, look, if you're going to force me to be this captain position, I like to hear all my opinions from my crew, so. Yeah, sure.
Well, in that case, yes, if you have anything to purchase, we'd like to purchase. But really, we're looking to buy from the dragons.
Oh. So, you are intending to purchase my goods with my gold from my pirates?
When you put it like that, we
have
have our own gold as well.
We have significantly more gold than your pirates had.
Well, at least they weren't so stupid as to target someone who did not have anything to offer as they traversed my wilderness. I do not think I like you.
Yeah, we can't. We kind of like.
Agree to disagree.
Sure, we may have gotten off on the wrong foot of someone over-promising to swear allegiance to you. But, I'm pretty sure this lovely place, I'm sure we can maybe work something out to help you in your goals, if you assist us. Full transparency.
Okay. If you are lying about
Take the honest road, I guess. I'll do
So-
persuasion.
yeah, okay. I want you to roll me persuasion and deception. I just want to see if she believes you when you say that you think this is a lovely place.
Bad, fair enough. Ew.
You have guidance.
I'll use the guidance on my persuasion roll. So 14 for persuasion, 17 for deception.
She rolled a natural 20.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh.
If you think this place so beautiful, and are so eager to assist my cause, you would not, I think, object to admiring one of our natural beauties here. And she reaches one long arm behind her and pulls the stave forward and sticks it into the ground between you. She doesn't appear to be doing any magic. She's not trying to hit anybody with anything. She just pulls it forward, and as she does, you catch a sickly sweet scent coming from this flower. I posted a picture of the flower.
Sweet.
In
Ooh.
where the fuck did I post it? Out of game chat.
Ugh.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
But I know
Looks
that
like
thing smells like shit.
Yep,
Looks
that's a
like a
corpse. That's a
pepper-
corpse.
looks like a-
That's a corpse flower.
Yep,
Like
that's
the-
corpse flower.
Fucking hate that picture of
Pepperoni
an
flower
ant.
about like the Star Wars man-eating hole in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. It's not unlike that. She brings it forward, and it smells of the sickly sweet rot of a battlefield several days old. And you can smell it over the swamp, over the buzzards, over the rotten chain zombie. Forward to you.
Oh, isn't she lovely? I cultivated her with great difficulty.
You gotta take a whiff.
I know I have to take the whiff. Yep, this is quite the lovely flower. I'm like clenching my fist, getting ready to use lay on hands.
And he's blind
gently-
too, so his sense of smell is extra strong.
Yeah, exactly. The smell has given me a visual of this flower, but yeah, I guess I'm clenching my hands to potentially do lay on hands to remove any sort of poisonous effect I get from leaning in and sniffing this so lovely flower.
Okay, you take a deep whiff. Roll me a con save.
Oh.
You gag.
That
Uh-oh.
Gag. You can't keep your shit together. It brings up so many memories of battle. Like, you've been around death, and it brings up so many memories, and it just hits on that animal reflex, that little lizard brain in the back of your mind, the primal part of your brain that says, there's a dead sentient being here, and I need to not be in this place.
I try to play it off as best as I can of like, it's just so wonderful. It's not just a hit of just all these memories came back and caused me to throw up and just pure joy,
Roll another deception check with disadvantage.
This is
May I roll something as well? Maybe stealth to try it out. Because what you're describing, it sounds like pure like death after a few days. But maybe due to my curse, would I still be affected negatively for it, or would I be more so like trying to hold down the natural quote unquote instinct of a curse due to the
Okay.
smell.
Still applied.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Okay.
You used your guidance. Oof.
Yep, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So she thinks about it for a moment, and like you involuntarily start salivating.
Oh. Oh.
Uh,
Nasty bitch.
Clyde visibly looks away, like trying to not get nasty thoughts.
Oh.
Empress is disgusted. Um, dogs roll dead. Dogs do roll in dead things. Um,
Oh.
so, Telekarna. She says, I have been driven to disgorge myself with joy from time to time. I understand that impulse. Be that as it may, I am disinclined to offer you any trade. Save for your lives.
Well, now?
Hey, one.
Yeah, you want to fight, don't you? We're about to fight, aren't we?
Only if you... Are you intending to fight me? I was offering to let you go with your lives.
Oh, I mean, the way is my fault. Yeah, we'll leave. It's just the way you made it sound like, I mean, just, barely leave
That
there. It made it sound like you
that
were
is
gonna
that is just how that is just how I sound.
You know what? My apologies. I apologize for that.
Um,
May I ask a question, ma'am?
And you call me. What was it called? You always call me. I say whatever you call me, like under my breath after that comment.
The ableist?
Ableist,
Yeah,
yeah. You call
ableist.
me an ableist.
Oh no, we have Cain and Ableist. Fuck.
You please take an inspiration. Please take an inspiration. She
You're
cocks
welcome.
her head in almost a bird-like manner towards you, Asclepius. You may ask. I may answer.
We know a gentleman named Tyax who seemed quite not so fond of you. What have you to say about him?
A look of disgust crosses her face. That boorish man.
He's a real asshole.
Indeed.
Met him up in Venice on our way here.
I don't know what he's told you, but he is not who he says he is.
Hmm. Write
Do I
that
get the
down.
vibe? Do I get the vibe that these two used to fuck?
Absolutely not. No.
Alright.
She is like hella disgusted.
Then I'll ask a follow-up question. Can you elaborate and say he's not who he appears to be?
Just her sheer disgust of him, she'll talk shit about.
Yeah.
We can bond over this one person we don't like together.
He is bound to a deceiver. And believes himself great and powerful for this moment.
His power stems from a pact.
Indeed. With whom I do not know, save that they lie. And if
he were not owed a favor by the Grinken Eye, I would have disemboweled him and fed his insides to my children.
Yes,
The
quite the
Grinken
history with you
Eye?
then.
The eye owes him a favor?
The big eyeballs.
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting.
And if, say, Tyax were to warn us not to come here, why do you think he would say that?
Why does a liar lie?
As naturally as he breathes.
You've heard the story of the scorpion and the frog?
Fuck.
Huh.
My interest is piqued.
Does that make him the scorpion and us the frog?
Feels like it.
Shit. Wait. Insight check. Can I trust anything that's coming out of her mouth?
I was about. You read my mind.
Yeah, go for it. Insight check.
May I as well, since you really blurted out the words that were I was speaking in my mind.
Sure.
I wanna know. Dang it.
Raheem, you are still trying not to fucking puke, because this corpse flower is still very close to your face.
Fair enough.
And then, like, all of the little voices in your head are, like, arguing with you. They're like, they can't agree as to whether or not she's telling the truth or not. Yeah. She's telling the truth. Like, Clyde and Sharp Eye, she's telling the truth.
Shit.
She has no call to lie. And it's hard to fake that level of loathing.
Do I have a connection telepathically to Sharp Eye?
You do until you break it.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you to try to keep your cool and don't say that he's with us at the moment.
Right. I got a good poker face.
Skleptos believes her.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that information with us. That was very
Yeah,
kind of you.
To be fair, she is telling the truth. If you are proficient in Arcana, you may make an Arcana check.
Ooh.
Not me.
I am proficient in Arcana. 13 though. I've been rolling like shit today.
Yeah.
You're rolling great.
Glad we
either.
haven't done any
Or-
combat today, or maybe I'm not glad.
Ah. Maybe.
Yeah,
Six.
Asclepius, you're like, yeah, no, I believe her, and you're like, I wonder if she's really a druid. And you sort of get distracted by wondering how someone could be an infernal druid and if that would work and how that would work. And you kind of like end up in like a hamster wheel moment. You get like a beach ball. Equensu, you have a keen eye for detail, as you would. Right? You need to absorb all the details of the things around you so that you might conjure it later.
Correct.
And you cannot help but notice how much the belt she is wearing stands out from everything else. Her armor is like a glossy black, apart from where moss and lichen has crawled up in blood red tendrils up from her feet, out from her pauldrons. And this belt around her waist is beautiful. It looks like fine leather from the material plane, clasped with platinum clasps. And you think about how it would stay so unaffected by the creeping rot of this place. And you realize it wouldn't unless it was magical. And you're looking, and you think about it with a 26. You realize that this is a belt of storm giant strength.
Oh,
Mm,
oh shit!
shit out of me.
Big strong Raheen goes in for a punch. She just catches it and breaks your wrist.
God.
She does the backbreaker on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because a belt of storm giant strength.
God damn.
That is neat.
And it could be a thing you could loot from her corpse were you to fight her.
Stop reading my mind. Too close to
It's almost like I
Fight.
did it on purpose.
Fight.
No, we're not.
Fight.
I am not Sharp Eye. I'm not just gonna start swinging on an
To be
opponent.
fair,
That's it.
Equinsu is the only one who knows.
Oh yeah.
All right, sounds as though this was a great conversation between two, willing and consensual parties, and we are both going to go our own ways without anyone dying.
I'm also disappointed. If you seek the dragons, they are that way.
Do you think that she's letting us go in hopes that we'll die to a passerby creature and she'll just loot our corpses?
Very much likely.
You
Very
said
much
that out
likely.
loud? Oh,
Yeah, if you say that out loud, she says yes.
Turns around.
well, we'll show her. We'll definitely survive. We'll be back. I don't know. Let's just go.
Yeah, just wanders over to Sharp Eye and sort of like leans over and sort of telepathically whispers, I think that belt is a belt of storm giant strength.
He looks over there for a second.
You can see in your eyes, your trigger fingers. It's like activating right now.
You want me to start shit? Or no?
Well, if we are here, then perhaps we can plan an ambush and we can get the jump on them if that is what you want to do.
Plan an ambush.
Devious.
You want to plan an ambush on a... You know what? Let's do it.
If we can surprise around on her, all I'm saying is that Raheem with a belt of storm giant strength would be terrifying.
That would be terrifying. That would be the single most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And would
Think how
help.
massive those tentacles would get. You have the ability to speak telepathically to everyone.
And I'm just talking to Slep. It's like, I think it's a good idea that we decide to take the passive route on this one.
Sharp Eye is gonna motion to Quincy to let's start walking.
I agree, Master. It looked like she was just covered in moss and sticks. She didn't own anything of value at all.
I still believe this is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, she's a druid. I mean, like, what does she probably have on her, honestly? Besides a rotting flower.
Hey, Matt stepping in water. Like that.
Turns around, looks at Clyde. Your fur's getting quite mucky.
Sharp Eye, make me a perception check.
Oh no.
Yeah. You don't know anything.
Alright. Don't
Yeah.
like that. Once
For
we
the
get-
record, I can use a move that will put us all immediately into striking distance. We can get a surprise round, and then it will be over before it starts.
How close do you need to be to do that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Battle music ready.
Anyone within 30 feet of me, I can teleport at least 120 feet.
Let's get to at least 120 feet away before we start making decisions.
Okay, I'm just giving you options. Man.
I know. Fuck.
So I can use the move scatter essentially.
Okay.
Is what I'm implying, and then teleport everyone around her, and then
Beat the shit out of her.
Once you start stuff,
just jump.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Why do we gotta go to every layer and just disrupt the power?
Yeah. You're here to create a power vacuum, man.
Why?
Look,
Just
Sharp, I
the
can't help
status
it.
quo.
Revolution everywhere we go.
Great. I love it. Fantastic.
It's not even a revolution, it's a coup.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we don't even like do anything for the goal of like filling the power vacuum. We just destroyed the power
Yeah, you
system
you
here.
just fuck around.
Agents of chaos.
Yeah.
We're not even trying to make things better or anything.
We're just anti-establishment, period.
Yeah, we just mess it up and leave.
Well,
Yeah.
we're walking.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, you're
I
welcome.
will connect to everybody telepathically. Her belt was a belt of storm giants, right?
And
Quinsu tells me that he can teleport us right into her camp from 120 feet away. And then we could just kick her fucking ass.
Well, okay.
I takes a deep breath and closes his eyes like, shit.
Fuck it up. Now, you say this, Sharp Eye, and I do appreciate this time you are letting us know ahead of time for this ambush. Are we not sure this is the situation of last time of we start an ambush but cannot finish it?
We didn't plan any of the previous ambushes.
We didn't, yeah, we didn't plan that one before. I'd say we leave and come back. We go talk to the dragons, come back, and then fuck her up.
A belt of storm giant strength, according to my catalog, would be well worth our time and resources. However, we do have to make sure... Well, she doesn't seem to be carrying much on her person. And I think that the dragon would have much more in quantity to offer us, but we have to get there first without dying.
We are in dangerous territory.
We could kill her and expend our resources doing so. However, we would then have to make the rest of the trek, presumably without a long rest or dangerously with a long rest.
Maybe just getting that belt is worth taking that and leaving. Or we get ourselves stuck in anything else.
Not to mention, she may not be in the same spot as we make a return.
But so glad you're on board with the ambush now too.
I do not care. I wish to stay on the boat.
So who's for the ambush?
Just for positional purposes,
Oh no.
Doggy.
please place yourselves on the map as to where you were. Yeah, I assume you were all near where Aquinsu is, since you were walking away.
Sure.
Where were we? I mean, yeah, I guess.
We were like, walking
Yeah.
to the right.
So Aquinsu's okay. You're gonna go that way.
Okay.
Quincy's
Hold on.
far to the north, actually.
Yeah,
I'm assuming did he catch up?
I was just doing that direction about 70-ish meters from this.
Wait, guys, wait up.
Yeah. The chain zombie is stumbling after you. He falls down.
Like deep in the water.
It might not... I can't help but wonder the question. If we kill her, would the buzzards attack us anyway?
For sure.
Probably.
We'd have to kill everything here.
Yeah.
We can kill her and then we can run away.
That could work. Can you teleport us out?
Probably.
When you say probably, like, give me.
Hey, Sharp Eye.
Hmm?
What's your AC?
God.
Dang it.
19.
Cool. You're having this conversation telepathically. You're trying to figure out this ambush, and you suddenly realize that there is a um, sixth person, seventh, I guess, if you're picking up on Garrett's little ping from inside Raheem. There's another person in this chat. Do you remember
Fuck.
at the way beginning of this campaign when I said to you that uh telepathic conversations can be eavesdropped on in hell?
Yeah, you did.
Look. Sokarno joined the chat.
Yeah. So you're
Dang.
walking away and she's listening to this and you're like, I think we should go and come back and get her when she's least expecting it. And you're like, I will have to kill everything here, and then you get whack. You just feel a thwap between your shoulder blades.
Ooh.
As a as an arrow from her longbow quivers between your shoulder blades. You take 5 piercing damage, 12 poison damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Reaction deflect missiles.
Okay.
I don't. You said 5 piercing damage. How much damage? Other damage?
12 poison.
12 poison. I take, I guess, 4 damage. So I catch the arrow.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, all right. You feel a disturbance in the force, because otherwise I don't know how you would know that you're getting shot between the shoulder blades with
Spidey
an arrow.
Bug sense.
Yeah, bug sense. Your spidey sense comes out, and you grab it, and she looks at you. Mortals never learn, do they?
No, they do not. I can confirm this.
No, maybe just running might be a good idea. No, she's not letting us run.
Yeah, I just like.
I offered to let you run.
For the record, I was, saying we should get out of here. I just want to state that. That probably doesn't matter at this point, does it?
Probably not. No. Well, maybe
Yeah,
I'll kill you. I'll kill you first.
Oh.
I'll kill you before I feed you to my vultures.
I mean, that's not what I was hoping for, but I guess we're doing this. All right.
Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
hate you
dun,
all.
dun, 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 dun.
Fuck. Might get fucked.
You know.
Hey,
You know, there may have been a chance that I could have convinced them to walk away. But now we're going to have to take it from you.
somebody
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your poor choices today.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Yo, son, whoa! Where the hell did that come from?
Well.
Also, what the-
Let the robot be scary.
No,
What?
what the hell was that? You don't make threats like that.
What? Oh, I apologize.
No, please do make more. That was very entertaining.
Do that
Oh,
more.
now
often.
you're encouraging this?
Fuck yeah, we're encouraging this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Look, I may have my problems with maybe dipping into things I probably shouldn't have been. Clearly, there's an obsession with ambushes in you.
We were just talking.
I've been around long enough to know the difference between talk and planning.
Isn't that what talking is? It's always planning.
Okay, there we go. So, if it is okay with you all, I will start next session at the top of combat, because I taught all day and my throat hurts,
That's
if that is okay.
That is right.
Yeah. And I will say maybe next time we don't bullshit for the first like 45 minutes, but honestly, I love it. Um,
What do you mean? That's built into the time block.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
No, we like bullshitted, and then we spent another 45 minutes just like, what the fuck should we do here?
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah, no, we did.
Party conflict.
So I think it was all meant
Yeah.
to be.
Cool.
Listen,
Alright,
it's not our fault
well.
that Jen keeps feeding us information.
Then we were gonna walk away, and all of a sudden it's like, well, hey, she has a belt.
It's almost like it's my job to tempt you into making bad decisions.
Hell no.
Yeah, no,
Right.
it's a safe place, you know, nothing bad ever happens.
The devil on the
No.
bug's shoulder.
Yeah.
God, I am taking notes, Jen. Holy fuck. This this is how you get your players killed. Tempt them with bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, well, remember when we did the vampire one, and I gave you the
Dagger to stab herself.
the daggers to stab yourself, and everybody fucking stabbed themselves.
Or lest we forget about the cursed items that we didn't know were cursed.
Right.
Or the box with 70 radiant damage.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, that box.
That one was
That's just
and
fucking
then
trauma
to
box.
immediately fight a
And we
dragon.
never learned our lesson.
No lessons will be learned. None. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ooh, shiny thing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. Honestly, y'all are loot goblins. You're like, we need potions and goods and stuff, and I was like, none of you have open attunement slots.
I do.
Well, yeah, artificers are an outlier and a statistical outlier, and thus should not be counted.
I'm the recycling bin. You get new thing, give me old thing. Ow.
Yeah. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah. Dope. Awesome.
Wonderful. Well, good job, Jen.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm so glad. Thank you. And I appreciate you all being understanding of the fact that I started teaching at 7 a.m. this morning.
Not at all. I will be right there with you next week.
Oh, you
But
teach
only
stuff?
only 2 classes on Monday, not like fucking 17 classes like some people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm teaching 22 credit hours this semester.
Yeah,
I
that's a
had
lot.
to get I had to get special permission from the provost in order to do it. Because
Whoa.
the max number of credit hours is 21 technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's up with that? You were like, I want them dollar bills.
Kinda. But also we have so much enrollment that they opened a new class, only a 10-week class, and it immediately filled within 4 hours.
Oh. The world needs more English professors.
The world needs to pay English professors. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because my raise doesn't even cover the amount my rent went up. So,
Ugh.
and my rent only went up $100 a month.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Deeply sad.
Yeah, it is very deeply sad. Yep. I
Alright.
tell my students I get paid a medium amount of money to answer your questions.
The things that you can say as a tenured professor.
All right, y'all.
All
Have
right,
a good night. Thanks for
good
playing
night.
pretend with me.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Right.